Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk to you about the cost of living in Naples, Florida, and what it would cost you when purchasing here. But the biggest surprise I think to most buyers is the insurance cost. It's not just the mortgage itself. So again, let's get into this. My name is Dave Mosier. I live in Naples, Florida. I work as a real estate agent down here. And again, I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm here to give you information to help you out with your purchase and help you make decisions with that. The biggest thing is that most people focus on the number when it comes to payments, the mortgage payment. And they don't think about the taxes, the insurance, and the HOA like I was speaking to you about yesterday. Today I'm going to get a little bit more specific with that so that I can break it down a little bit more. These numbers are not going to be an exact number. So when I'm talking to you, make sure that you're reaching out to your insurance agent and also your lender. These are just generalized numbers to give you a ballpark figure on what the cost of living in Naples, Florida is going to be. But again, I'm not a lender. I'm not an insurance agent. I'm a real estate agent. And these numbers will absolutely change. So this just gives you kind of a rough estimate, if you will, when looking for a home. So you have a better idea and things to think of while you're doing this. If you don't pay cash, the numbers will be based on financing themselves. So let me break it down for you. 4 different parts here. So the main thing is the mortgage payment. Okay, that's the number one thing that everybody thinks about. And on a $500,000 home, you might be looking somewhere between $2,500 and $3,000 a month, and that's going to depend on some different factors such as how much money you put down and your interest rate. So keep that in mind. These again are just general numbers. This is not exactly what things will be for you, but just kind of gives you ballpark figure, like I was saying before. So the second thing you need to think about, obviously, are your property taxes. Now, in Collier County, some people think they're reasonable, some people think they're high. It just, property taxes, they're a variable. So keep that in mind when purchasing. But on a $500,000 home, typically you're looking at around $4,000 to $6,000 per year, or $350 to $500 per month. If you don't escrow your taxes and insurance, you're looking at about that figure per month. Again, these numbers will change based on how much you spend and where you live. So again, just a relative, idea at $500,000, trying to keep it simple. So the next thing you're going to look at is your homeowners insurance. Now, in Southwest Florida, insurance rates, like I was saying yesterday, they vary widely. I mean, it just depends on, the age of the home, the elevation, the distance from the coast, and the age of the roof. So there's a lot of factors that go into that. But on a $500,000 property, you could be anywhere between $2,000 and $6,000 per year, or roughly $175 to $500 per month. Speak with your insurance agent on that. Let them break it down a little bit more. And you'll know more once you get your property, address. The HOA fees, this is an HOA community down here. Most communities do have them. And you might see a $300 to $500 per month in a neighborhood, or $700 to $1,200 a month in a condo, with amenities. Now, that's going to vary as well, but it could be a monthly, it could be quarterly, like I was saying yesterday, biannual or annual. Break it down monthly for yourself if you're getting a loan. If you're paying cash, don't worry so much about your mortgage payment when doing these numbers that I'm giving you here. So roughly on a $500,000 home, your realistic monthly breakdown might look like this. At $500,000, your monthly mortgage will be $2,800 a month. Your taxes are going to be about $400 a month. Your insurance is going to be about $350 a month, and your HOA might be $500 a month. That puts you in a monthly cost around $4,000 a month with mortgage payment and taxes, insurance, and HOA. Again, if you're paying cash, wipe out that $2,800 and add your taxes, insurance, and HOA, and that's going to give you a relative figure of what it's going to cost to live here in Naples, Florida. I hope this information helped you out today. Again, if you have any other questions, reach out to me. My information is down below. You can text, call, email. I'll be more than happy to help you. Until next time.